Welcome to Leading Organizations That Matter, a podcast about leadership and how we find impact, meaning, and joy in our work. I'm Ray Spadoni, and today's topic is why you need to write. One of my all-time favorite quotes is from the author Flannery O'Connor, who stated, "I write because I don't know what I think until I read what I say." Wow. That says it so well, so succinctly, so pointedly. Writing and thinking go hand in hand together. I'll bottom line it for you. If you are struggling in your thinking, in your decision making, in problem solving, and trying to resolve a conflict of some type, then write. Write, write, write. Now, if you're saying to yourself, hey, you're talking about journaling, then I would simply say, why, yes, I am. I've touched on this topic in the past, but it takes on some added meaning and I think importance now because of the rapid increase in the use of AI tools to help us write, which is making us all worse writers. We're becoming dependent on it, and when that happens, we will be worse thinkers. I actually touch on this in episode 98 of this podcast, if I've piqued your curiosity. Now, I'm never one to rush to conclusions, especially when they feel a bit like doomsdaying or conspiracy theorizing, but I feel strongly about this. AI is diminishing our ability to write on our own, and the long-term impact is that it will also diminish our ability to think. Okay, about journaling. I myself have tried to journal many, many times in the past. It's never taken, it never sticks, but that's until recently. What caused the switch? I think it came from the realization that a significant amount of note-taking that I do is really just a form of journaling. You're probably feeling that that's a statement of the obvious, but I had this realization. I take a lot of notes. And once I began to think about journaling really simply as note-taking in my life, then somehow it became more comfortable, natural, and I started to do it more and more. As I was doing all my note-taking in meetings or when I was reading books or listening to a podcast, for example, I would accumulate all of these notes into a million different places, some digital, some paper. And it became clearer and clearer to me over time that the process of writing down what I was hearing and processing and thinking about helped me not only to retain that information better, but also to make better sense of it. It helped me to think. So I think I just gave myself permission to start note-taking when I wasn't in a meeting or consuming content of some type, when I was simply thinking. I started taking notes as I was pondering something, and much like the Flannery O'Connor quote, I began to become more and more facile at thinking and writing all at the same time. And instead of storing all those notes in a haphazard system scattered across different media types and locations, I began to put it all into one place, aka journaling. I recommend this practice to every coaching client that I have. I ask them to reflect on the topics that we've discussed and to do so in writing for themselves. 9 times out of 10, I'll hear feedback, sometimes down the line, sometimes way down the line, that this was a difference maker for them, that the client was able to process and, yes, think better because of it. So, dear listeners, I recommend that you start journaling regularly. And please don't rely on AI to be your writing partner. You don't want to lose your ability to write because you don't want to lose your ability to think. Okay, I'll take the tinfoil hat off now. Have a nice day. Thanks for listening. Leaving a positive review and letting others know about this podcast will help a great deal. My mission is to help empower organizations that matter by supporting those who lead them. I offer coaching, mentoring, and consulting services. You can learn more about me and my work at raysbedoni.com.